Welcome back to the Formula 1 save here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. We're in round 4 of this World Championship, taking on the Bahrain International Circuit today. Very much not expecting any rain in the desert, and hopefully we shan't get any. But we're in actually okay form. We're quite happy with where the car is in terms of its current performance levels, and our results have been relatively alright. We added a little bit of upgrades to the car for Calimea for the last Grand Prix, and we got an uptick in performance and an uptick in result. Went from 16th in China to 13th in Japan with the upgrades. Obviously, we changed difficulty and moved it up one from Australia to China. So we're still at 105 and taking on Bahrain today, which was for about a decade or so, the opening Grand Prix of the year. It's now round 4 as Australia takes its spot back as the opening Grand Prix of the year, which is what I remember from growing up. That and Brazil used to be right at the very beginning of the calendar as well, whereas of course now it's right at the end. Regardless, we're not really able to upgrade the car anymore at the moment, so we're just going to head straight to track. Whilst I say please do drop the video a like, I'd very much appreciate it. Do make sure you check out the previous episodes from the previous episodes of this save. Brain went on an absolute tangent there in my head mid-sentence. Do check the first 3 rounds of this championship. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the support you're showing on this save so far. Let's hope that we can earn your support yet further still. That was the most promising practice session of the whole season so far. I say that, it's only the 4th, but of the whole season so far, it was certainly the best practice session we've had. The car feels on point, the car feels quick, and the tyre wear for the first time was actually pretty decent too. So whilst being slightly cautious, I am a little bit more optimistic here than I might have been at some other circuits, certainly than we would have been anywhere else thus far this season. Bahrain is a very technical track to try and get right, but we might be getting it right. Now, qualifying will change things, of course, if we aren't able to match what we did in practice, but based on performance in practice, we might be challenging for a point today. He's too busy trying to see the delta. Half a second up on P18 as we went through the end of the second sector, but then that mistake at the top of that hill is going to cost us all the way to the line, probably. Run out of battery now as well. Did a 30.5 in practice. It's a 30.8 in qualifying, which is 19th. Remember when I said I felt like I was confident, or not confident, but cautiously hopeful we might challenge for a point? Yeah. That mistake at the top of the hill has cost me certainly progression through. Both Jaguars out, both Saubers out, a V-Carb and an Alpine. Oh, that's on me, really, for making a mistake at the top of the hill. I was too busy looking at the graphic top left to see how up I was, which was half a second at the time. Kind of cost myself half a second there. We know we had a 30.5 in the car because we did it in practice, but I didn't. On this occasion, it's a 0.8, and those 0.3 have made the difference. All right, we will be starting further down than we might have liked. So we shall have to rely on strategy to try and make up the ground. Now, it would be great if others had taken penalties to give us a little bit of a boosted start to the Grand Prix. 28.9 from Max is very quick. Lando just over a 10th behind him in P2. Then both McLarens right on the heels of Verstappen. Hamilton, Russell, Tsunoda's there. Antonelli qualifies well, but doesn't race very well at the moment. Alonso's doing very well up in P8. Leclerc is not, but that's with a penalty I've just noticed there as well. So I think we'll be starting 19th, unfortunately. That's up Bortoletto. Oh, no, we do gain a single place thanks to Calimea. Webber's up in 19th as well. It was Liam Lawson that takes the penalty. Well, we've gained 1 position. Strategically, we could be able to... Is it medium, medium, soft? Okay, apparently it could be medium, soft, soft. Not sure about doing 19 laps on softs though. Really not sure about being able to do 19 laps on softs. We do have the amount of softs in the bag, with missing out on certain parts of quali. 19 laps on softs. I think they said they'd only do 22 laps, and that's all the way. I'm almost certain it's going to have to be medium soft. And even then, we're probably going to have to extend a bit. I think medium. It's just going to be really difficult to get that to last. I think we're going to be taking the tyres a long way. Fuel-wise, one lap. My phone is ringing. Fuel-wise, 1 lap of extra fuel should be fine. Oh, it's not really the sort of strategical options I was hoping for, if I'm completely honest. Hopefully we can get dragged along by the soft runners whilst we've had the medium tyre on. And, I mean, I might be able to go... I'll go softs in the middle stint and we'll see what they do. And then we can make a decision as to whether we go to softs or mediums at the end. Let's do it that way. Get the mediums out the way and then do softs. See how they deal with life and then make a decision from there. Not many cars behind us. A lot of work to do in front of us. And a lot of soft-tyred runners around us. But we've got a decent start. So is my teammate, actually. Webber's gotten off the mark very well. We're 3 wide here at the moment. This could get very dangerous indeed. Oh my god, where's Bortoletto come from? He's just lunged up the inside. Taken about 5 people there. Could easily have lost some bodywork in doing so. Despite all of that, we're still 18th. We'll have a look at Gasly here though to try and make it 17th. Give him the racing room, but put the power down. Then have the inside line for the next turn, and we will take 17th, thank you. Now, Bortoletto's on hard tyres, so I really need to get past him sharpish, because I don't want to get dropped by these soft runners, and we have taken the Sauber on those hard tyres as quickly as we possibly could. That is race critical, as the phrase goes. Now then, the question is, can we stay with some of the soft runners? We feel like we're quick here. It was only really my mistake in qualifying that led to us starting the race as slow down as we have done. And our tyre wear's decent. So it's a track we know well from it being the opening track of the calendar for so many years. As long as I can get things right and be consistent. I think maybe after going up a couple of places at the start, could be 3 wide into the final turn, we do stand the chance of maybe grabbing a point today still. I'm quietly hoping that actually we can still pull something out the bag here. DRS enabled now, which we will have because we're only 6/10 behind those in front. They're going to get real slow here. It's both the Hasses getting tasty with one another. The switch back here. We're trying to get the power down. Ended up just losing the rear end a little bit, but we are going to get around the outside of Doohan. And I could have a look up the inside the Williams as well, as still the Hasses fight. One on the hard tyre, one on the medium, so they're not going to have the pace of the soft runners. We're up to 14th. This has been an unbelievable start thus far. This is just the sort of pace we felt like we could show here. To this point anyway. It's a good start, but it's not how we're racing on lap 2 that's going to make the difference. It's where we are after 57 of them. Or more than likely, with, as you can see, the pace of the front 3 disappearing away. Where we are on lap 56 at the end. I certainly think we'll get lapped at least once here. Let's take that corner differently because I'm definitely struggling onto this straight as a result. Williams is having a look up the inside of me. And he's still there, Alex Albon. And on those soft tyres, he's got some pace too. Has he got the top end? Oh, it's really close. There's like 2 miles an hour between us. Got to give him the racing room. There's a yellow flag. It's because Yuki Tsunoda has binned it. I will take those positions. Okay, red flag. Safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Hello, 10th place. Make sure you keep it hi. As we catch the pack. Safety car. Do we change strategy now then? Yuki's just spun. It's done the same as it did in China, where everyone just goes, where do I go? We only got 3 laps in. There's still probably 2 more stops left in the race. Because it's such a high tyre wear circuit But because we went out in qualifying as early as we did, I could now run soft, soft, soft to the end, knowing that we've got another set of mediums to use if we need them. I think that makes sense. And we just got very lucky that I was able to skirt around everyone before the red flag came out. We're up to 10th. Tsunoda starting 11th despite causing the red flag. It was a long hold. Sainz with me. Tsunoda's got a good start as well. Everybody else will also be on fresh softs, I imagine. I broke slightly too early there. Thankfully didn't cause a giant accident, which it could have done. We're not really going to be fighting with anyone that's in front of us other than maybe Sainz for sheer pace. Or maybe Antonelli, potentially Alonso. We'll take the luck. Up to P11 at the start. Ben's having a look at me down here. Try and ride it out, which we've done. Now I've got to stay with these in front to ensure we have DRS at the end of the straight, which we will do. We've definitely got that sorted. So we made 6 places in 1 corner. Really, if we're being as realistic as we should be, potentially, I shouldn't have made the overtakes because it was under yellow flags. But really, if we're being as realistic as we should be, the other drivers should have driven around Yuki Tsunoda and not just sat there next to him. They should have just gone around. Oh, he spun. All right, well, I'll just go right then, shall I? No, I'm just going to sit and wait so that we all have a traffic jam. It's just stupid. I think the AI has been like that for a few years, so hopefully they get that sort of thing sorted as soon as possible. It's probably because it brings out a yellow flag and then the AI are of the... They make the decision like, I can't make any overtakes because it's yellow flags. Then obviously because Yuki Tsunoda's sideways, they all just stop. Thinking, I can't overtake him because it's yellow flags, even though he's the one that caused them and he's spun on the side of the circuit. That would be my logical understanding of why it does what it does. Whether that's whether you're able to code around that, I don't know. Can't really bring in human logic to video game coding, can you, at times? The Haas is quick. Behrman is feisty in this Haas this season so far. He's been very impressive. He's knocked us back down to P12. We might have taken 6 positions in 1 corner, but in the next lap and a half, I've lost 2 of them. Gasly's going to have me. Not really much I can do about that. He's just got a better run out the last corner. Albon is fighting with Hulkenberg. They're all scrapping back there, so we've got a bit of a gap to try and lean on. But I've now lost 3 of the 6 positions I gained prior to the red flag. Struggling with traction at certain areas of the circuit continually. Tyre wear is obviously very high because we're on the soft tyre at Bahrain, but they want me to do... Oh, Gasly nearly completely binned it himself there as well. Bloody hell. Almost sideways in front of me there. Yeah, that was awful. But because everyone's scrapping in front as well. Hello, Pierre. I'm coming up the inside of you here, please. They've all gained behind now as well. We're all losing time. As you can see, the gap between the 2 Mercedeses is showing. Because Mercedes number 2 is fighting with Ferrari number 2. They're just dramatically falling away from Mercedes number 1 and Ferrari number 1, who are all currently riding in Max Verstappen's DRS. Everyone's got... It's a good track for overtaking, to be fair, Bahrain. And everyone's got high tyre wear, so... Provided you're able to manage your tyres well, you should have a really good advantage at some point. I cannot get this corner, or that last corner right. Always losing time down this straight. Albon's going to have a look at me here again. Not for the first time. It's what we were doing when we ended up running into the red flag. He's using battery there and I'm not because I don't have much left. That was pretty easy for him there. I'm going to try and maybe have a look up the inside of the hairpin. No, it's not worth it. Difference to the minute is battery retention. Hadjar's got a 5-second penalty for something. Not sure what. No idea. What No idea what that could be for. That's going to be Hulkenberg past me. These rear tyres are absolutely gripless. It's like driving on ice around here. Might as well be on the sand, let alone the tarmac. What's Hajar's 5-second penalty for? A collision with Stroll? Severe collision with Bortoletto on lap 3. That'll be because of the... Oh, Bortoletto is out as a result of it. Oh dear. They'll have slammed on because of the train of cars stopped because of the red flag, and Hajar has just eliminated, oops, Gabriel Bortoletto from the race. That's not gone well for him at all. Lots of front wings changed as well. Right, I'm not in DRS range, and they're going to have ERS and DRS. I can't regain enough battery here at the minute. I'm really struggling because I don't have any battery ever to try and defend or attack. Hulkenberg got caught on the curb a little bit there, but I'm going to be really tight here now. We were just behind you in the DRS zone, so I'm going to get aggressive here. Hold it around the outside. It's costing us chunks of time to those in front, though, fighting like this. As you can see, that gap to Albon is now over a second higher than it was at the beginning of the lap. Ish. Now those two behind are fighting in the hairpin. We're pulling away from them as well. And hopefully at some point our supposed decent tyre wear will come into effect, but it doesn't feel like I've got decent tyre wear the way the rear end has been letting go on me and the way that it's wearing. Look, 24% on the rear left already, and we've only did the restart on lap 5, so effectively on lap 7 of this set of tyres. They want me to do another 10 before boxing. I think I'm definitely going to have to run the medium tyre at some point. I know I should have another set of new mediums. I do. And I have to run a new set of medium tyres at some point. But I'm not sure when that will be. I'm wondering whether an undercut onto a harder compounded tyre would just be more beneficial than running around on worn softs. Maybe an undercut to a medium and then an undercut to a hard might actually not be the worst thing in the world. Yellow flag's behind someone.
Green flag.
I think it's Hajar. It is. Isaac Hajar with his 5-second penalty is now retiring anyway.
Okay, I got some information on Hajar. They're retiring from the race.
I'll undercut a little bit onto the mediums and we'll see how much time we gain from that undercut. And then we'll play that by ear as to what we do for the final stint. Wants me to stop 21 for softs, or maybe stop 19 for mediums, and then see what happens. We'll do nothing but lose time to the group in front. Hulkenberg is closing. The other group were about stationary time-wise, but obviously now dropped further back because Hajar was retiring right in front of them. They had to slow down to go around the RB that just blocks the track. Hulkenberg will be with me soon though, but maybe I can ride... Well, I've definitely got the pace to stay in his DRS, that's for sure.
The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
But I haven't touched my battery at all for 4 laps, or 3 laps at least, and I've not gained anything. I just don't have the ERS recovery here to be able to adequately compete when they are using ERS and don't have any issues with running out of it. Maybe I need to switch to none at certain places of the track to try and gain some extra battery back, but it's not going to make enough of a difference, I don't think. I think he had me before the DRS zone there, so it might actually be alright.
Come on, you can win that place back.
He got me. Oh, we went over the line exactly the same time to the millisecond because neither of us have DRS. That's rare that that happens. I'll have DRS now though. I'm not sure I've got the drive out of turn 2 to actually make the most of it. I'm just going to have to try and cling to Hulkenberg, I think.
The car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second.
The soft tyre is just not a very good race tyre for me here in Bahrain. I think that's for sure. I just need to I need to run it as little as possible. I think I'm going to go to the mediums again in my next stop. Oh, I think I'm cemented in that decision now, should I say. We already kind of made that decision anyway. And a flag here for Alex Albon in the wall.
No overtaking.
Albon in the wall? What's happened to him? Has he just dropped it here? He has. And then he's trying to recover the car and just end up straight in the wall. Well, I'm taking an early pit stop then. I'm going to take a cheap stop with the safety car. I'm going to put medium tyres on. Do I put the hards on, though? It's 5 laps earlier than we were supposed to be pitting. I could put the hard... I don't know what to do! Oh, and some are in and some aren't. Some are in and some aren't. This is huge. We might see a change in the lead. Potentially. They put the medium tyre on. I think they'll all go soft. Are they going to softs? Are they going to softs? They're going to softs.
Mark is in the pit lane. Mark in the pits now.
Just don't have me get held here for someone else. Oh, I got held. Only briefly though. And is Webber going to lose any time from the double stack? Probably a little bit, but not massive. Right, not a massive amount. Well, some have gone soft then. Others have gone medium or hard. Gasly's gone to the mediums. Okay, Hulkenberg's gone to the hard.
Down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce
so there are multiple different strategies at play. Are you kidding me? For the third race in a row, my DRS has failed. Safety car's pulling away into the pits. We are about to get going again. We are going again. Now, obviously, no DRS is going to... Oh, I've got DRS again. It's back.
Clear.
It's back. It's back. Don't worry. Panic over. It's back again. I don't know how they fixed it or when they fixed it, but it's working again. And we've taken Hulkenberg. Oh, praise be to the Formula 1 gods. They've actually helped me for once. Tsunoda and Behrman having a good old scrap. Come on. We were good on the medium tyres at the original race start. Let's try and be good on the medium tyres again after this safety car restart.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
Basically, there are 3 starts to this Grand Prix. We're only on lap 20.
Okay, the
so I think Tsunoda's struggling.
DRS is now online.
Gasly's taking him, or attempting to take him here. Getting feisty behind both the Haas cars. Ocon up the inside of Hulkenberg. Tsunoda's just not got the pace in that Red Bull at the minute. Although he's held the position because of the DRS he got off the back of Gasly there. If they want to keep fighting behind, they're more than welcome to, but I think they're done for the time being. I need to keep managing my battery, switching it down to none, bringing it back up to medium, certain parts of the track to ensure that I can earn as much battery as possible to keep myself in the fight. Gasly's taking Tsunoda. Tsunoda's got DRS on Gasly, but he just can't get the position back again. You see the difference of running in none makes for certain parts of the track. I was just testing it this lap to see how close I could stay to the back of Tsunoda with it in none prior to the hairpin. I can't stay remotely close prior to the hairpin. I need to do it on the way into the hairpin. Back up to 96%. Keeping it as high as possible is what's going to keep our race alive. I'm so glad that the DRS was fixed, otherwise I'd have been absolutely screwed. Come on. 13th is already our joint best finish at 105 difficulty. Obviously the Australia result is an outlier. So I want to try and improve my joint best finish if I can. So they're getting out of shape again. Ocon's just got such a run on me here. That's the soft tyre versus the medium tyre. Don't have a tyre advantage or tyre wear advantage yet. And the Haas appears to be a really decent car right now as well, actually. Behrman and Ocon are having very strong Grand Prix. Oh, come on. I could have sworn I was within DRS range. Bugger. By Lance Stroll. I can't tell if they're just fighting or whether my tyre wear advantage is starting to show itself. But Ocon's clearly struggling with his rear tyres. I wonder if I am going to if I'm going to undercut, if I do it sooner rather than later, and they're still going to go another 10 laps or so on these softs to go soft. Those of them that, well, to be fair, some of them haven't run another compounded tyre yet. They've gone soft. So that a number of them are going to be running a medium tyre next. It just sucks I can't use the battery. Like, I've got loads of battery, but I can't use it because I won't get it back again. I need to just sit at the top end of the battery range. Really frustrating. Ocon's not got DRS here. This could be an overtake we could make.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.2 seconds.
It's a lunge. But it's a... Well, I thought it was a good one till he turned into me. I think I might get DRS here as well. Maybe. I do. That's just pure battery. Him there. Now I'll take the DRS. He's used his battery, so now I'll just take the position back again. Thank you, Esteban. And that's how you give a car space, pal. Now he'll just come straight back past me with a DRS probably. We might just make it to turn 4 and be okay. We have. Trying to catch those in front as well, if we can. Boxing next lap. Ocon's going to come for me here. He's going to take it.
Come on, you can win that place back.
It's fine. Hulkenberg's hard tyre is starting to come into its own now at this stage of the stint as well.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Don't screw up the pit stop, please. Ocon continually getting a little bit sideways on throttle application. Nearly did an Alex Albon there. I'm going to box this lap. Hards to the end from here, please. It's all about trying to make the most of this undercut for the next 5 or 6 laps. So let's do that. We are now officially last, and by quite a margin. Come on. Good.
Okay, off we go, back into the race.
Can you believe it? Multiple pit stops in a Grand Prix without failure.
Now let's get some heat into those tyres.
We did have DRS failure obviously, but thankfully that was just under the safety car only. We got very lucky with that too. And we need to make up as much time here with this undercut on the hard tyre as possible. I feel like our hard tyres should be the better tyre to be on right now, and they've still got a handful of laps before they box. Tsunoda's in early. He's gone to mediums. So Tsunoda's going mediums to the end. Now him being out, sorry, him boxing this early could help us. It could hinder us. I'm not sure. We'll take the position to begin with, which shows you how much the undercut has worked thus far. Obviously, he's now going to come after me. But if I can stay remotely close to his DRS, then we could just DRS swap off each other and eat time off everybody else, provided we don't he doesn't battle me too hard and we actually work together, which is easy to do with a real life opponent if you're racing online and you're just talking to one another. But in F1 against the AI. Not quite so easy to work with a car.
Just boxed for mediums.
Others are boxing as well. So those that are needing to box for mediums are going in now. Oh God, concentrate, Ches. Rather, that's going to cost me like more than a second. They're going in now rather than lap 37 or 38 like I thought they might. But Yuki's going to get me down the straight. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, no issues.
Actually, right with Antonelli here.
Taking care of them.
And the three of us are going to be right there on the bloody apex. If I can get around the outside of him and he actually holds up Tsunoda. Maybe we can make another position. I've got DRS. I'm going to go for it. Might as well. Oh, he's gone very, very, very defensive. Stuck up the inside. Oh, Jesus! Drive into me, why don't you, Kimmy? Bloody hell! That was aggressive. I get a warning for that. Are you sure? I think you'll find it was Kimmy that drove into me, pal. Bloody Nora, that was aggressive AF. Chew your bean, Mr. Antonelli, on your fresh medium tyres. Now, the mediums don't last that much longer than the soft, really. So, we were getting a bit of a tyre advantage at the end of the last stint. We should do the same on this stint too. Hopefully. So currently running P17. But with more drivers in front of us to make stops. Drivers that we should... Well, I say should overtake with an undercut. Now that we've been fighting with a couple of other drivers, we haven't really been able to make the most of the undercut that I wanted to. But Yuki's going to get me down here. Mark's in the pits. Big chunk of drivers there in the pits as well. Not really able to utilise or maximise my final corner there, but we're round Yuki. Just held it around the outside. We'll get DRS, but he's got the slipstream and battery to his favour. You can see in the mirror that actually we're pulling away with him here. From him here, and we have made a few overtakes there. Those that boxed have come out and are behind us. So we've made a couple of positions. We're up to 13th. Still with maybe some more to box in front of us. I think so. Tsunoda's just going to be having a look at me for the rest of the stint, really. Until he gets past. He's in a much faster car. My fight really isn't with Yuki, to be fair. But whilst I've got Yuki to try and leech off of, DRS and slipstream-wise, I will try and do so. But hopefully not to the detriment of our overall race pace and race time. Because those behind Yuki on soft tyres now will will definitely try and make the most of me. Although some are on mediums, some are on softs. Kimmy's just going to zip past me here. Some more have boxed, and we have taken Doohan, or there have taken Doohan. We've got Alonso just coming out the pits now here as well. Now got Ocon right up my chuff. It's got a Stroll not far behind him as well. But Yuki Tsunoda in front. Fuel is not going to be an issue for the rest of the race. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. Still 13th, because we gained a position on Doohan but lost it to Tsunoda. With other drivers in front. On a tyre that should wear faster than ours. Just because a case of whether it wears fast enough for us to get any sort of tyre advantage to be able to make some positions back again. Hopefully people start fighting again, which would earn us some extra time to close up on them. There is just two there though, it's Alonso and Kimi. If there's going to be any fighting, it's going to be in the gaggle that we're in really, isn't it? Just frustrating. 13th would still be, as we say, a joint best finish at 105 difficulty for the season. If I'd just not made that mistake in qualifying, maybe we could have been slightly higher. Oh well. We'll still fight as best we can for the rest of the race to finish as high as possible. Soft tyres. New soft tyres versus slightly worn hards is not much of a battle, really, in a minute. But their soft tyres definitely will go off, or Ocon's soft tyres will definitely go off before the end of the race. So we should definitely have a tyre advantage over Esteban at some point. It's just a case of whether we get that tyre advantage against the medium-tyred runners as well. Alright, Lance. Calm down, mate. Jesus. Flew around me there. I don't think we fall any further back than where we are. I'm just going to try and hang on and then get them back when their tyres go off. It's my only real hope of finishing any higher than P15 right now.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, my teammate is actually storming towards me in a set of soft tyres. Nico Hulkenberg went to hard tyres behind the safety car and has now just boxed for a set of something else. Softs, probably. With only 17 laps to go. So he'll be quick, but he's a long way behind. 1.2 seconds the gap now in front as that keeps growing a little bit to my dismay. Trying my best to get back, but we're kind of hanging on at all stages at the moment. P14 for the time being. Hoping to maybe finish higher. Come on. Don't mind you taking for the time. Don't mind you taking me for the time being. Feel like I'll get Webber back. Could have maybe been a little bit hastier on the apex rather than just braking at the corner. At the corner. We broke on the way in, got to the apex first, then seemingly broke again. Weirdly. We're in his DRS, but annoyingly he's brought Lawson with him, who's now also in my DRS. Currently falling backwards with a view to still, hopefully, moving forwards before the end. Stroll and Tsunoda are fighting. Lawson's all over me. Webber is just biding his time. Stroll seems to be struggling in a minute. Not sure exactly why. But for whatever reason, he's dropping backwards. And we've caught right up to these guys now. Still 15th. Still with P12. Right there. It's not points, but it is still a good solid finish at this stage of our career. We want really in these opening few races of a brand new save is entertaining racing. And thus far I feel like we've been delivering that.
Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 35.3. Okay, so you're gaining by 8 tenths. 8 tenths.
Right, Stroll doesn't have an issue. He's just slow. Maybe he's having to fuel save a lot. I don't know. Maybe he's got some floor damage that they're not programmed with the radio to talk about. They tell you if they've got some wing damage. But I don't know as there's a radio message to say whether the car ahead has floor damage or not. I don't know as I've ever encountered that radio message before. I'm trying to rack my brain as to all of my previous experience in the Formula 1 games. Regardless, Stroll seems to be having a little bit of an issue right now for whatever reason. So hopefully we can get past Lance and stay ahead of Lance when we do. My tyres are getting to a point where I'm certainly starting to feel the wear now. As you can see, 20% rear left with 12 laps to go as we cross the line. Lawson still very keen on making the overtake, and Webber on his soft tyres is really looking to make moves at the minute, but those soft tyres are going to fall away. They are going to die before the end of the race. He's trying to get as far down the road as he can, similar to Ocon really, who has disappeared down the road. He's trying to get himself as far down the road as he can before those soft tyres fall off the cliff. Hulkenberg is currently flying on his softs. He's closed right up behind. He's really feisty up in front now. Webber just can't seem to get past Tsunoda. Or if he does, he can't seem to stay ahead of Tsunoda. I think he's going to get the overtake done here. Is he up the inside? And then Tsunoda might well just take him back down the next DRS straight. working really hard here, Webber, to get the move done. Jesus, Stroll locked his rear brakes there and just went sideways into the corner almost. Nearly rammed into the back of him as a result, but managed to avoid doing so. Tsunoda will get back past Webber down the main straight. This is a 7-car fight now for P12. 3 in front of me, 3 behind me. Here comes Hulkenberg on Lawson. If he was really brave, he could have maybe tried to get me too, but that would have been a little bit too ambitious probably. I'm going to have to start making a move soon. Webber's getting away down the road to the point where even when his tyres go off, I don't know as we'd catch him at the moment. I need to try and get past Stroll so I can have a go at getting past Tsunoda. Stroll's going to go defensive here. Try and go late on the brakes, go around the outside of him. It's P14.
Okay,
Tyre swing is starting to come back my way. Obviously we're still a few laps from the end. Still got 6 laps to go when we cross the line. We're going to be within DRS of Yuki when we get to the detection point, thankfully. Trying to make some moves forward. Now it's 3 seconds to Webber in P12, and that is the target at the moment.
Car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
Right, DRS on Tsunoda. Got a bit of a gap behind. Might have left that a bit too late. I've just got it stopped. I haven't kept it on track. Tsunoda will take the position back. That's annoying. I'd waited about 3 laps for that. And I've thrown it out the window immediately. Try and get back to Yuki. P13 is still very much doable. P12 is probably, unless Webber's tyres really hit a cliff, P12 is probably out the window now. Even if I'd have gotten Tsunoda there, I still think P12 is probably out the window. I need a second a lap, basically, on Webber. And I just don't have a second a lap on Webber at the minute, or even close to it, so not a chance. Stroll and Lawson really aren't far away now either. They had dropped a bit because they were fighting. Stroll has shaken Lawson off.
Okay to use your
now we're coming back at me. Right, it's a battle for P13 now. It's me versus Yuki for P13, although Stroll does now have DRS.
Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us.
Might not be that simple. 3 laps to go. We're not getting lapped as we thought we might. Even if there hadn't been the red flag and the safety car, we also still might not have ended up getting lapped. Actually, we probably would. If there was a safety car and Max is about 15 seconds behind us. Probably would have gotten lapped, to be fair. Without a safety car, which restarted about lap 20 something, wasn't it? Early 20s. Fuel has been fine though. But again, red flag and safety car have to be factored into that. 2 behind are now very much with us again. Loads of wheel spin. There's 2 Alpines back there as well. And a Nico Hulkenberg. I need to get past Tsunoda. It might just be a case of timing it right and trying to take it on the last lap, and then that be that. Because we're obviously not going to get Webber, who continues to get down the road. We're obviously not going to catch him. So I need to take Tsunoda in a manner in which I can stay ahead of Tsunoda when we get past. And evidently Stroll is going to make that awkward if I'm having to look in my mirrors and defend behind as well. Which rather evidently is the case. elbows are out. I am fighting hard to hold on to at least the P14 that I've got, but I want that P13. About to start the final lap then. Yuki Tsunoda is the Fernando Alonso of this Grand Prix. We did a madness, to be fair. On the last lap in Japan, we turned over a 2-second deficit to take Fernando Alonso at the end of the lap. Here I'd want to take Yuki Tsunoda before the end of the lap. So I don't think I'm going to get him into the last corner. With that mistake, I don't think I'm going to get him. Excuse me, Liam. No, you don't. Let me burn some battery to try and catch Yuki up again. I want to be within DRS range. That little back straight, and then I can just use all my battery as best I can. Right, we're back with Yuki. Yuki's just really struggling for pace right now. It's really slow on the apexes. Come on. Just stay with. You've got loads of battery to burn. So use it all, Ches. Get a good exit here. And try. Look, it's just too quick. He's so fast. I get a better exit. No, not really. It's going to be P14. Is it? Yes. Oh, if the line was here, where you start the race, I might have got him.
Not the best, but, you know, we go again.
Ah, the line came too early. If the finish line was the start line, we'd have finished P13. We take P14 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, unfortunately. I mean, from where we qualified, it's still a really decent turnaround. But could have been one or two more. One or two at most. We were nowhere near. Ollie Behrman and Esteban Ocon in the Hasses. They've done very well. Nico Hulkenberg got Driver of the Day. P21 to P17. I'm not sure that really deserves Driver of the Day, to be honest. How about a P19 to P12 or a P22 to P15? They're certainly up there, aren't they? Yuki Tsunoda P6 to P13 is definitely not Driver of the Day. P9 to the podium for Charles Leclerc. That's worthy of note as well, isn't it? You would have thought. Regardless, actually, I'm going to watch the replay quickly because I want to get a quick thumbnail image of, of Alex Albon going biff in the wall. And then I'll see you back in the menus. As ever, I used up a lot of my repair costs. Sorry about that. Fan sentiment does well. Again, Webber getting a better result than me. That's 2v2 now, I think, for the head-to-head with me and the driver in terms of race pace. I think it's 4-0 in qualifying, but in terms of actual end finishes, because as ever, as Murray Walker used to say, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, and it's 2v2 on that front.
Hey, Chief.
Hey, Chief.
Multiple parts out
Hey,
of research.
friend.
Don't forget to develop
I
them.
can't do anything
But we've
there.
got performance sitting on the table.
Can't do anything other than fan outreach, so let's do fan outreach and get the fan rating up, because we want to be able to change the livery as soon as possible. Let me guess, disappointing weekend. It's almost like you don't take into account where we are on the friggin' progress development chart thing, isn't it? Right, I don't think anything's actually going to change between now. Oh, I can. No, yeah, 13 days. Actually, can I put two things on now? I can do two things at once on the aero side because of the upgrades we've made to the departments. So that's huge. I literally can't do any more on the chassis side, even if I wanted to. Powertrain-wise, I could, but I can't. And durability-wise, I could, but I don't necessarily need to. So it's only 111 resource points, so I literally may as well. There's no need to not do that. Although you get a fresh gearbox for every round of the championship in this year's regulations, so not massively important that we upgrade on that side of things. But just to protect for future changes in regulations, we will do so. 8 days left there, 7 days left there, 5 days left there. And how many days till the Grand Prix? 3. So that'll be as we are then. for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Again, in the desert, don't expect any rain. So similar sort of expectations weather-wise, but I might have to take some downforce out at Jeddah to ensure we're as competitive as possible in a straight line. And God, we got very lucky with where, how, and when the DRS failure happened in Bahrain. If it happens in Jeddah, that'll be absolute carnage, and I may end up retiring from the race as a result of it and our lack of performance. But we shall hope for the best, and hopefully the F1 gods are on our side again. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save, though. I'm very much enjoying the F1 content still this cycle, as every cycle. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Come and join me on wrong side again. Come and join me on Twitch. And you can watch every lap of every session we do live. You can do that here on the YouTube channel as well if you like. But for now, that's all from me for today.